afternoon. This is Sam Vaughn for Sam Sports Report. We'll do mental health TMS. Today we're going to talk about TMS and what it is and what I'm going to give you and what I think it is and much as I know. We will talk about the research of what goes on and what is a summary of that. Maybe until treatment, I'll do it for once a week. And then we'll show how many updates we'll do and gather that information as I will do it daily for 6 weeks. I'm going to summarize what I think it is, and then you'll get the real answer we'll try to have as many answered questions as your own, so comment here below if you want to get involved. It's a revolving camera that moves around and is supposed to work around the right side of the brain to help control the depression. It's supposed to help depression like mood medications, but less side effects. And obviously you're not taking a medicine. TMS can different for different things depending on the context, but most commonly it refers to transmedical stimulation in the medical field. Mental health, transmedical stimulation, TMS. TMS is non-invasive procedures that magnetic fields stimulation nerve cells to the brain, and most often uses a treatment for depression, especially when other treatments have failed, like medications or therapy haven't worked as well. How is TMS working? A coil is placed on your scalp, the forehead. The device sends the magnetic. It's a simulation of the stellar brain. Most often uses a treatment for depression, especially other treatments. How TMS works: the pushes that stimulate to the brain of activity in region involved in. What does TMS treat? Major depressive disorder, anxiety disorder, obsessive compulsive disorder, PTSD in some cases, and smoker sensitization. FDA approved, add schizoaffective to this list. But I don't know if there's any more right now. Benefits: non-invasive surgery, usually no symptomatic effects like with medication, can be used in outpatient settings. Possible side effects: headache, scalp discomfort, lightheaded dizziness, very rare seizures. What does the stimulation do to the part of the brain? What is TMS, the transmedical stimulation, doing? The stimulation is increasing your brain activity to understand the regions, especially in depression, changing how your nervous system communicates when you can rest or rebalance circuits related to the mood, emotion.
Neuroplasticity.
Neuroplasticity, brain ability to connections. How it works step by step, targeting the brain in the TMS place near the forehead, usually aimed the left side of the left dorsal prefrontal cortex. It regions and linked up to the mood, often undetractive in the depression. Magnetic pulses, electrical, the coil, a short magnetic pulse through the skull. That pulse generates electrical field inside the brain. The electric field stimulates nearby neurons, making them more active. Repeated pulses change brain activity over time. With repeated sessions, the brain begins to rewrite itself. TMS helps strengthen or normalizing pathway, affect mood and thoughts. Think of it like going to the gym, but more specific for the brain. Circuits consent stimulation leads to long-term improvement. What happening biologically? Neurotransmitters, TMS can increase the level of
Serotonin.
dopamine and
Norepinephrine.
the same brain chemicals affected by the brain. Brain connectivity. TMS can restore communication between different brain regions that have become disconnected in OCD. Plasticity is encourage new healthier brain pathways and helps the brain learn better emotional regulation. In short, TMS with struggling brain cells, strengthening brain neutral and pathways and helps a normal, especially a function, especially in areas linked to the mood, focus, emotion. Let me know if you have any, like a visual or a deeper dive, and how it compares to medication treatments. And now let's listen into the video. Now, next on to sports.
Welcome back to Mayo Clinic Radio. I'm Dr. Tom Shives.
And I'm Tracy McCrae.
Depression is considered to be a treatable condition, but for some people, standard treatments aren't effective. And when traditional or standard treatments such as medications and talk therapy or psychotherapy don't work, there is at least one alternative, and it's called transcranial magnetic stimulation, or TMS.
TMS is a non-invasive procedure that uses magnetic fields to stimulate nerve cells in the brain to improve symptoms of depression. And here to explain how TMS works, good luck with that, is Mayo Clinic psychiatrist Dr. Simon Kung. Welcome to the program, Dr. Kung. It's nice to meet you.
Thank you. Nice to meet both of you as well.
I say good luck with this because the only thing that I know about any sort of treatment along these lines is electroshock therapy, which is last century.
Right.
What is it the same thing?
So TMS is not the same as electroshock therapy. And TMS, you asked, how does it work? So it actually is something where a lot of the psychiatrists, we don't have an exact answer of how TMS works. There are many theories of how it works, and probably the best theory that I can give you is that the current thinking is that there's a depression circuit in the brain, and we need to stimulate that circuit. And so that's kind of the best theory. But the way TMS works is there's a magnet that's put against the head, and this is an outpatient procedure. You don't have to be in the hospital. And this magnet, the machine clicks away, and there's different settings, but usually it's a 4-second stimulation and then 26-second pause. And this goes on for about 37 minutes over the course of the treatment. And you have to have many of these treatments. So the current thought is about 20 to 30 treatments is what we need to help with depression.
In baseball, the Royals will play the Rays. Final game of the series, the Rays have took the first two. The Royals look to avoid the sweep and have lost 9 in a row at home. Michael Lorenzo will go for the Royals, and for the Rays, Shane Baez, who has struggled this season. The Royals need the game. Need it. And a season that had so much hope may be gone before the end of June. I know this time last year they were about 500, but they're 4 games difference right now. And the game begins at 1:10 from Kauffman Stadium. Cardinals will play the Cubs. Cubs scorched the Cardinals last time, 8-0 Cubs. Cubs and Cardinals go for the series, for the rubber series. Whoever wins the series over the Cubs and the Cardinals. Shoti Imega will go for the Cubs, and Andre Platt will go for the Cardinals. Game rubber match set for 1:15. Royal Stadium are down to the last few weeks, unless they'll go down to Kansas or go downtown. I think Chiefs are set on what they could do and could announce on Monday. However, I think it'll be extended for Kansas, and I think extending it, what do the Royals do? I think it'll be before August 26th, just because it's on the ballot, but I don't think the Royals want to go to the ballot. Easy choice for the Royals is Kansas, and try not to spin around with laws and all of these hoops for voting. But I think the Royals will take the other decision and stay in Missouri and play at Washington Square Park. Kansas seems like the easy move, and Kansas at the Superior Campus or down the Legend, because the Chiefs are clearing the way for the Royals to go to Legends, and the Chiefs are going to stay at Arrowhead. More on this tomorrow as the sports radio, sports stations are talking about this. This is Sam Vaughn for Sam's Sports Report.
without a public vote. Missouri Governor Mike Kehoe signed legislation earlier this month that's designed to keep both the Chiefs and the Royals in the Show Me State. New at 6 and only on Fox 4, Jonathan Ketz joins us now live from Washington Square Park. That's the site the city prefers for the Royals. Jonathan, what else have you learned?
Lauren, Councilman Kevin O'Neill says that architects have done their due diligence on this site and the footprint of a ballpark would actually fit here.
Councilman O'Neill believes the city can redirect a lot of taxes like the state is doing, plus the Port Authority, which he's the vice chair of, can issue bonds.
We believe that we can do that without any problems, to be honest.
Councilwoman Andrea Boo, who also chairs the Economic Development Corporation of Kansas City Board, says she believes the June 30th date of the Royals picking where they want to build was set by the state of Kansas. That's the current date the Star Bond offer expires there, but state leaders can extend it.
It's not the city's decision that we have to have a proposal by June 30th. We want to be prepared, and we think that we are prepared. We have the team in place that's necessary to respond when the Royals make a determination on where they're going to go.
Washington Square Park is owned by the city's Parks and Rec Department, so that board would need to approve something dealing with the stadium. When do you guys envision them considering an agenda item regarding a Royals stadium?
Quickly. We need the parks to approve moving rights over to Port or EDC to negotiate this project, and that should happen fairly soon.
O'Neill says the Royals need to tell the city where they want to go, and when they do, they need entities like the EDC and the Port Authority to work together because they both may be involved.
O'Neill said that a special Parks Board meeting could deliver those negotiations either to the EDC, KC, or the Port Authority.